This is the home of a creature so terrifying, its name alone sends shivers down the spine of local tribes, the Kongamato. This creature isn't just a passive observer. It earned its name, Breaker of Boats, for a very good reason. The stories of the Kongamato reached the wider world in the early 20th century, largely thanks to a British administrator named Frank Malland. Malland was the one who famously conducted the Pterosaur picture test. He wasn't trying to trick them. He was genuinely curious. When they pointed at the prehistoric reptile and he named it without hesitation, it suggested their legends were based on something they had actually seen. Just a few years later, in 1925, an even more dramatic account emerged. He had a massive, gaping wound in his back. When they asked what happened, the man described being attacked by a huge, bird-like creature. But this was no more ordinary bird. He stressed it had a long beak filled with terrifying teeth. Just like the county tribe members, when this man was shown a picture of a Pterosaur, he reportedly recoiled in absolute terror and he fled. These weren't isolated incidents involving just local tribesmen. Later, in 1956, an engineer named J. Panjang F. Brown reported seeing two similar pterosaur-like creatures flying near a fort in what is now Zambia. The man was too injured or too frightened to speak clearly, so they gave him a piece of paper and a pencil. This happened in the same general area where the engineer, J. Panjang F. Brown, had reported his sighting just 1 year prior. Scientists and the researchers have proposed several alternative explanations for the Kongamato sightings. The most common theory is misidentification. Could people be seeing a large, unfamiliar bird? The saddle-billed stork, for example, is a very large bird with a prominent, colorful beak that lives in the region. While it doesn't have teeth, from a distance, in poor light, could its strange appearance be misinterpreted? Another popular theory is that the Kongamato is a species of giant bat, perhaps one unknown to science. A bit's leathery wings and the nocturnal habits could fit some parts of the description, but what about the long, toothed beak? No more known bat has a feature like that. The saddle-billed stork theory falls apart on the detail of the teeth. The power of these stories lies in their specific, shared details. It's one thing to mistake a bird for something strange. It's another for dozens of people, separated by time and the distance, they all mistake it for the exact same prehistoric creature. Adding another layer of mystery is the Kongamato's alleged supernatural power. In many local traditions, it's not just a flesh and blood animal. It's sometimes called a flying demon or a spirit of death. The belief that looking at it can kill you elevates it from a dangerous predator to a mythological entity. It exists in the world of zoology and in the world of folklore simultaneously. To this day, there is no more definitive proof of the Kongamato's existence. But the story isn't over. The swamps of Central Africa are some of the least explored places on Earth. They are vast, dense, and incredibly difficult to navigate.